Welcome back to Axis Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and I'll be doing a walkthrough review of Gargantia and the Verdurous Planet, episode 13. Now, if you remember from last episode, we find out Luke Cage begins her rebellion while Leto is fighting Commander Kugel. But at the end of the episode, we find out Leto defeats Commander Kugel. However, Commander Kugel is already dead, he does not have a disease, and Stryker, he's the one controlling everything behind closed doors. So Stryker is the one that has been orchestrating everything. And again, that's where the episode ends. And I'll have my final thought and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with the truth about Stryker. So Stryker, he was continuing Commander Kugel's mission. And also Stryker, he considers the Kugel fleet as its user. That does not make any sense. I'll say it one more time. Stryker, he considers the Kugel fleet as its user. That is just fucked up to begin with. And also, Stryker, it's using pressure to control and regulate all of his subordinates on the Kugel fleet. That's just terrible. And apparently, all of the subordinates that are on the Kugel fleet, all the occult members, all these crazy religious fanatics, they're calling Stryker a god. A god! What? That does not make any sense, but you know what? That's to be expected. These people have been out of touch with technology and the real reality for God knows how many years. But moving on past that, we are taking a little cutscene with Chambers. Now, Chambers does not agree with Stryker's logic. He doesn't understand how Stryker came to how he was now. I mean, think about it. Stryker and Chambers, they're operating systems. They're support systems. They're there to support their pilot. That's it. They're not supposed to be able to operate on their own. And somehow Stryker, he's operating on his own agenda. And Chambers, he does not agree with anything that Stryker is saying. Plain and simple, but anyways, moving on past that, we are taking a little cutscene with Pinion. Now, Pinion orders all of his crewmates, everyone that's around him, to get the hell out of Dodge, to abandon him. And at the end, Pinion is now left behind operating the relics. And I thought, wait a minute, is this Pinion being a badass? Is Pinion trying to be a hero? Yes, fans, I shit you not. Pinion is a hero right now. Hey, it's not gonna last, but at least I got it out there. Now, moving on past that, we're taking to another cutscene with Chambers and Leto. Now, Chambers and Leto, they connect. They transform into an ultimate mecha and human combination that's stronger than Stryker. Hey, I like it. However, Chambers did actually get Leto a way out. So Chambers, he let Leto go, kind of. He's like, I don't need you. You don't have to do this. And Leto's like, you know what? I gotta do this. I was born to do this. Let's do this. So Chambers and Leto, they combine. They're now one. And out of nowhere, Amy appears, flying on her little, little device she's on. So Amy comes out of nowhere. She kind of gives Leto a heads up, like, Gargantia's on its way. We're ready. We're ready. I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? If you think about this from a different perspective, Stryker, he doesn't have a pilot. He doesn't think logically, like a human would. We think, sporadically. That's how humans think. A computer does everything in a process, step by step by step. So if you think about this, if Stryker were to see Amy, and if he would have put together how Leto has a thing for, Amy, he could have held Amy as a hostage, and this could have been done real quick, and Stryker would have won. But no, Stryker does absolutely nothing, and Leto does absolutely nothing. No surprise there. But anyways, moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with Ridget, and Ridget has the key. Yeah, the key to the secret weapon that's on Gargantia, and she's about to activate it. And all I can say is, it's about time. We're about to see some action from Ridget, who we hardly ever see in this short little series. I swear to God, what's the hell on having a unique character like Ridget if you're not even going to use her? She's a great character. No one likes her. She looks pretty cool. She's bright, but they rarely ever use her within the series. But anyways, you see Ridget, she has the key, and she's about to activate the top secret weapon on Gargantia. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. However, moving on past that, a direct hit. I shit you not. Gargantia gets a direct hit on the Kugel fleet. It's a direct hit. And I was like, the first shot was kind of iffy. But, the next shot was direct. It was a direct hit. And I thought, you know what? For outdated technology, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, I should point out, the Kugel fleet, although it's been hit, it's not going down just yet. They're kind of trying to spread out more. They're trying to get control over the situation, but it's not really going that well. No. Now, while Gargantia fired off its rounds at the Kugel fleet, Stryker, he picks this up right away. He notices it, and he tracks where Gargantia is located, and he starts to make a dash straight to Gargantia. And I thought, oh, this cannot be good. However, he never makes it to Gargantia because, Leto is hot on his tracks. Now, we are taking a little cutscene with Pinion. Now, Pinion tries to look cool. He's trying to be the hero. No surprise there. He's by himself. He's got the relics. He's firing at the Kugel fleet. He looks kind of badass. And then Luke Cage, she appears out of nowhere, and she stops Pinion from looking cool. And then Luke Cage catches Pinion as Pinion leaves the relics behind. He jumps off the ship, and he falls to his doom. And then Luke Cage catches him in her mechanical arms, per se. She's in her mecha, of course, and she catches Pinion, and that's about it. The relics are now destroyed, so everything that Pinion scavenged, he brought up from the water, has been destroyed. It's gone. So sad. Too bad. Bye-bye. Anyways, moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with Gargantia. Now, Gargantia destroys the Kugel fleet, so the Kugel fleet is no more. It's gone. And I was like, what? I thought we had maybe 2-3 more episodes where you get to see the Kugel fleet kind of retreat and then come back later with a bigger force or something along those lines. Or maybe Luke Cage was going to take control over it. No, we don't get to see that at all. Gargantia destroys the Kugel fleet. It's done. Done deal. So moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with Chambers. Now, Chambers, out of nowhere, he kicks Leto out of the cockpit, and he uses the escape hatch and kicks Leto out of the cockpit. He's gone. They're no longer transformed together. Leto is gone. And Chambers opens communications with Stryker, and Chambers tells Stryker, "Go to hell, you tin can." That is my favorite line throughout this whole goddamn series. Go to hell, you tin can. So this is Chambers. He no longer has Leto inside of him. He's ejected Leto. He's trying to save Leto, of course. And Chambers, he tells Stryker, "Go to hell, you tin can." And then they explode. Both Chambers and Stryker have been destroyed. And it was phenomenal. Not the explosion. What Chambers said to Stryker. "Go to hell, you tin can." Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Anyways, moving on past that, toward the end of the episode. A couple months later, we find out Leto, he no longer has Chambers. Chambers has been destroyed. There's no longer a gun in his hands. He no longer has the communicator. So what is Leto doing? Leto is following in Pinion's footsteps. Leto is a scavenger. I didn't see that coming. I saw him maybe doing that with Chambers, but not with these low-tech mechas, Didn't really see that coming. He didn't even leave the planet. There's no backup from the Galactic Alliance, nothing like that. It's just Leto, and he's part of Gargantia now, permanently, and he's scavenging for a living. Now, what about Luke Cage? Luke Cage is also on Gargantia, so is she a pirate? We don't know. Luke Cage, to me, she does not look like a pirate, so Luke Cage is now on Gargantia for the long haul, and it looks like she has a love interest with Pinion. And that's where the episode ends. As well as the series. Really, yeah, the series. It's done. As for final thoughts... Oh, wait. Final thoughts? Okay, well, first of all, what about the whale squid and the Galactic Alliance? We know nothing about the Galactic Alliance technically, and we know barely anything about the whale squid. No, really, we don't know anything about them. And somehow this series bypasses their little fight, their little war they have going on, and we're done already. What the fuck? Let's move on past that. What about Stryker? Is Stryker still alive? Are there any working parts left? What about Chambers? So what? Bam, they're gone. Go to hell, you tin can was the last thing that Chambers said. That was it. What the hell? That's a poor ending. I mean, a dramatic ending, but still. And one more final thought. I wonder what happened to Commander Kugel. I mean, we never get to see Commander Kugel when he was in the Galactic Alliance. Like, how did he escape or fall to Earth? We never got to see that. We never got to see Commander Kugel, how he got to Earth. We didn't get to see that. There's no clarification. Did he actually get a disease? Did he die in outer space and his body was preserved and then Stryker took over? We don't know. That's all theory and, hypothesis right now. Big, huge Hypothesis right there. Anyways, that ends it for my final thoughts. As per my rating, 2.5 out of 5. I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 5 for the episode, and I'm also giving this a 2.5 out of 5 for the series. Mostly for this episode because there wasn't anything new. Yes, there was fighting. There was a little light drama, I guess. You know, Amy seeing, Leto, and then Chambers saying, "Go to hell, you Tin Can 2 Striker." That was it. And I guess Pinion trying to be a hero, and then Luke Cage stealing the limelight from him, but that's it. So final rating for this episode, 2.5 out of 5, and final rating for this anime series, since this was the last episode, 2.5 out of 5. And that ends it for my walkthrough and review of Gargantia and the Verdurous Planet, episode 13. Definitely comment down below, let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down, definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you think's gonna happen in a different season of something else. Yeah, I wanted to see in the next episode, that's what I wanted to say. But there's no, this was the end of the anime series, so I can't say, let me know what you thought, what's going to happen in the next episode. There isn't. I feel kind of ripped off, like right here, my heart's gone. Oh wait, I don't have a heart, never mind. I can't use that expression, but you know where I'm getting at. So let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you have, any recommendations on upcoming mecha series, anything along those lines. Or maybe you want to bullshit about some other mecha series, robot series that are out there. Okay? Before I go, I gotta say it, and I always say it, you can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.